If you've ever spent a whole evening dragging mods up and down a list, launched the game and watched it crash to your desktop, this is the app that ends that. I'm going to walk you through every single button in both apps, start to finish, as if you've never opened either one. No jargon, no forum threads, just what each thing does and when you actually use it. First thing you need to do is pick your game. ETS or ATS. One license covers both. You just tell it which one you're going to fix today. So it auto detects your game folder and the game version you're using from your registry. So you're not hunting through folders. Tick your map DLCs so it knows exactly what you own, but it will never get on your case about owning other DLCs you don't have. Or you can select all if you own the lot. Click on next and we're all set. We do have the option to add a desktop shortcut. You press the green button and we're in. It gives you the option of doing a quick tour just in case you forget and you haven't used the app for a while. For now, let me show you. The whole app itself is built around 4 buttons. Scan mods, read profile, get mod doctor suggestion, apply to ETS2 or ATS if you're using that feature. So as long as you can count to 4, you can fix your load order. Scan mods. Start here always. It reads every mod in your load order. It reads every mod in your folder, and your Steam Workshop subscriptions, works out what each one is and quietly finds the conflicts in the background. If 2 mods are secretly fighting over the same file, big map combos, take a minute, grab a coffee before we move on to the next one. Now that it's scanned all the mods, the next thing we need to do is read our profile. So just to make sure we're on the correct profile, you go to the top, click, and it will give you an option of profiles you are using in whichever game you are using. So for this one, we're going to use the Tanker Tactics mod. So we press OK. Then we're going to read the profile. So it's going to read all the information from inside the game. Boom. Wow. So it's telling me straight away that 2 of my 30 saves were built with map mods you no longer have installed. I could fix this because it's telling me all I need to do is reinstall or switch back on those map mods before loading the saves or start a fresh game with the current mods, but nothing has been changed or deleted. So it's kind of like a little notification. So here we have, on the left hand side, we have all the scanned mods. On the right hand side, we have what is inside the ETS2 profile. This is what I'm actually playing right now. 139 mods. Now what you can do at this point, if you want to add anything, you could say, for example, I want to add this truck and the next one. So I just press Control key and just click on whatever I want to move over. Then using the Add to Active button, we have now moved those mods into our active list. Simple as that. The next thing we need to hit the Get Mod Doctor suggestion. So this is the clever one here, because this is the one that arranges your entire mod list in the order that stops the crashes. So map connectors, graphics, sound, trucks, all slotted where they belong in your load order. Click on that. First thing it's doing is telling us that we have a number of weather mods. We have PNG and the Ultimate Graphics mod. So it's asking us, before we go any further, are we layering them on purpose? Which for this profile we are. Do we just want to keep the PNG or do we want to keep the other graphics mod? In this case, we're going to be layering them. So we press OK. And now it comes up giving us, saying there's nothing wrong. It's just a version check. It's telling us that we have a number of connectors just to check that we have the latest versions and they are up to date. Now it's also telling me that it matches a proven map combo to make it work. If I want to follow the exact one, I would say fix it for me. Or in my case, I'm just going to skip this for now. Now it's telling me we've got an issue. And the issue is with a mod. So it tells you what mod it is. And it tells you what the issue is. That it's made for version 1.19 and we are on version 1.60. Now I know this is an engine mod. It's an old one. I know it's okay and it works. So at this point, I would click continue anyway, or you can fix it first by clicking the button and removing the mod from the load order. Step number 4, we apply to ETS2. So these are the ones we've added. So it's added 2 mods, it's moving up 37 mods, and it's moving down 6 mods. 42 mods stay in place. And if you want to go through the list, you can. You can see what's gaining priority, what its old position was and what its new position was. So that's pretty cool. At this point then, we hit the apply button. But the important takeaway to take here is to make sure your game is not running before you click apply. Telling you to launch ETS2 and give it a test. Also made a backup file. Now this backup file you can restore if for whatever reason it does not work in your game. You can always restore it back to its original state. Nothing is deleted, nothing is removed. So we'll click on OK. And it's also told us we've added 2 mods in this profile, but it's also given us the option to reset the economy. Sometimes, as you know, games can crash because you might be on a job, you've added mods and it conflicts with whatever's going on in the internals. So basically it gives you the option to reset the economy on the next load. Now, as I've added truck mods, I'm not really going to worry about this for now, but just for the sake of the video, I would say reset economy on next load. So it tells me, but next time I load it up, whole job market, everything will regenerate and you will see a game change detected message on your screen. So it's already telling you what you're going to see before you even get there, which is definitely a bonus. And also our money, XP, garages and trucks are totally untouched. And it obviously gives the file location from where it's saved. We hit OK, not the actual app, but close the window down. This is the point where we close the actual window down and go into game. So let's take a look. So now that we've driven, let's go back to the actual app, because this is what sets it apart. Not only has it worked our load order out for us, not only is it letting us drive without any issues, there's a lot of hidden tools here. This is the stuff that people miss, but yeah, it's so important for you. And it's a crime if you don't actually use it. After all, you are paying for it and it's there for you. Let's just start with this page, better raindrops. So we hit the take action. It loads it all up, what the conflicts are. If you look to the bottom left, it's asking itself what's going on. So we'll move the window up so you can see, telling us even though there's conflicts, no action is needed. Even though it looks alarming, but most of it is all noise. And it's also telling us that it's a small weather visual tweak. And it also gives us an explanation what's going on. That's pretty cool. Panic stations avoided. Next one is the check game log, which is this beauty up here. If your game is misbehaving, having a little bit of a paddy, this reads the game's own log file and names a mod that's flagged. It's basically the app translating the game's cryptic error lines by clicking a switch. So by doing so, the game log said we got 99 errors, 4 warnings, and no specific mods were blamed in the log. So we're good to go, because nothing is causing a problem, which we know because we've used it already. Definitely jumped the gun at this point. I've gone straight to the game log and not actually told you what you're looking at on the top left of the screen. If you look under the truck mod doctor logo, underneath there, the first one tells us what game we're using, which is ETS2. The next one, V160, is the game version we're currently on. And then next to that, it shows that we got 10 DLCs active. And then the next one is obviously our drop-down menu to select which profile we are using. So it looks like this. There we go. Press OK. Next to that, we have the settings, which is this one here. And the settings show us our license key, the game path, which we've done on the setup. It shows us the map DLCs we have installed. Then we have this helpful section called help. This is where you can start from the very beginning again. If you do decide to do that, just make a copy of your license key because it's just faster for you. Or you can reset it right to the very first state. Underneath that, we have the Discord community, email, website, and all that sort of stuff. Next to that, we have the switch to ATS button. So we can just switch directly to ATS. So here we are now in ATS. It was really that simple. The save report button will obviously save a file on your computer where you can actually hold all the information such as mods, conflicts, that sort of stuff, if you want to get really technical. Backups does what it says. Every backup you've stored, used, or whatever will all be there under this one. First, you select the profile. So we're going to go for weekend tracker, press OK, and then it tells us what we need to do to restore. So manual auto backup, and you just hit the restore button and you're back. It's really that simple. And if you want to just delete any backups, just hit the button as well. Close that. Then we have the update patrol. This tells you the moment one of your mods has an update actually waiting to be updated. So a stale mod doesn't quietly break your game after a new game patch update. Have a little look. It's telling us straight away that Reformer tells us which one we have, what the new one is, and coast to coast as well. It's also telling us where to go. But the best part is you don't have to go searching. You can just click a button, open in your browser, and away you go. And down the bottom, we have Ask the Doctor. This is kind of like a built-in chat. It's good, but it needs refining. It will actually answer some questions, but its knowledge at the moment is quite limited. Will be improved in the coming updates or newer versions. And then we have cleanup. This is really cool because what this does, when you hit the cleanup button, it shows you you've got 12, in this case, I got 12 mods not active in any profile, and I got one older duplicate mod. This helps you clean it up, tells you stuff that is not active. It's up to you what you want to do with it. You want to get rid of the duplicate stuff, move it to the trash bin, whatever you want to do. But if you do move it to the trash, this is another good thing about this app. If you do it by mistake, like say I click on this one and I move select to trash, it doesn't actually delete it. It moves it to another folder, a separate trash folder, not the recycle bin on your PC. If you do ever make a mistake, you can always open the trash folder, put it back into your game. Problem solved in seconds. So let's close this one. And the next one we got is presets. What this does, if like me, you've got all these different map mods and you've got many different non-map mods, I tend to use it more so for the non-map mods. So let me show you how I use it. So from here, what I can do from this screen, I can go to presets and it says here, save current mods as presets. So I'll click on that. I'll give it a name and I'll just say ATS mods, save preset. And there it is, ATS mod. So anytime I start a new save or a new profile, I can just load it directly in straight away. And I can have the same non-maps or map mods all working together on any profile at any time. It's really that simple. It couldn't be any easier, to be honest with you. So I hit close. And the next one, this is your life raft. This is your savior, and it's called Fix My Save. It is the one that saves your bacon, because if you ever remove a map mod and now say you've got 300 mods and the save won't load, this will actually rebuild your mod list to match what that save actually needs. So you keep your play in progress instead of starting over from the beginning. So we click on this, it will say autosave, and we can select any of these, assuming you're on the right profile, which we are. So we can select any autosave, go back, press OK. I won't do it now because I'll lose my progress. And then everything will be gone back in time. It's a little life raft. But that's not it. Now we're going to move over to the other app and let me show you how they work together. Think about it this way. If the truck mod doctor is like a full workshop, the crash doctor is kind of like the triage, the paramedic. It basically shows up the moment your game dies. I've loaded a game up that we've been using all the time, but this time I put a mod in, which I know is going to crash, which is the small mirrors. So it's a HUD crash, which is quite common at the moment with version 160. So I select the log and then I hit the button that says find my crash, and away it goes. Now it's searching and it's reading all my mods, as you can see. And instead of getting a load of error text, what this actually does, it actually names the mod. If you're using the free version, this is what you will get as well as the premium version. And I'll show you the difference in a minute. Problem with the free version is it will only give you one thing. Now, if, for example, there's a couple of mods clashing, you'll have to just keep going through the process. But for those of you that got the Truck Mod Doctor app, you'll also get this bar at the bottom that says Deeper Diagnosis Premium. So it's telling us that we got an outdated HUD mirror mod crashed your game, which we know because I put it there. It obviously works. And it's also telling us what we need to do, remove or update. And it's also telling us there's a few other things that are worth a look, but it's not the actual problem, which is kind of cool, really. So you don't go like and overcomplicate things. Obviously, it checks your plugin folder too, and that's a good thing. So if you were on the free version, this is pretty much where you would stop. Because you're on the premium version, once you hit the premium button, you've got to wait a few seconds. It gives you a more detailed analysis. It basically tells you what the problem is, what the mod is called, and it shows you how to fix it. Open your mod manager, find it, disable or delete the little mirrors mod, start the game, and it should load without crashing now. Another step further, which is what the Truck Mod Doctor app is good at, compared to other apps that are out there, some quite recent that have decided to show up. What sets it apart is the fact that it can actually do this. It's automatically. It's telling us what to do. It's highlighted the mod, as you can see here. It's highlighted. So we double click and it's gone. And then that's it. We just go and hit the suggestion, continue anyway. Okay, hit apply, press OK. I'll leave it, and we're done. Everything's back as it should be. It is really that simple. So that's the pair. The Crash Doctor tells you what broke the moment it happens, and the Mod Doctor actually fixes it. The load order, the save, and you don't lose a single hour of progress in your game. Nothing is deleted, nothing is removed, and everything you need is stored into another folder if you ever want to go back for whatever reason. And use those amazing features such as Fix My Save, the cleanup, the update patrol. It's got so much for so little in a lot of ways. So that's me. Tracker out.